Envoy? Sorry. I've been in my head ever since we left Solace, thinking about the village. What if I get there and... oh, I don't know, I fall apart. Memories flood in and I don't know who I am anymore. Or worse, what if it's nothing? But maybe it's better not to know. There was a story. The warden who saw the future. There was a young warden who thought she could see the future. She'd think about things and they would come to pass. She was worried about her father falling ill, and he did. She feared her friend would die of exposure. It happened. One day, she was with her patrol unit guarding a watchtower, and she was struck by a terrifying thought. She just knew in her gut that Solace was under attack. Zareps, or ogres, or fire blights from the wastes. Oh, you've heard this one. The young warden tried to alert her unit, but they didn't seem concerned. They said she was delusional, so she left the tower to go protect Solace. And she found nothing there. Meanwhile, her post came under attack. Her whole unit was killed because she abandoned it. The story ended before that part. Huh. Probably, though. What if I'm seeing the future? I can't stop thinking about this village, as if I'm trying to predict what will happen. I can tell myself that all I want. It doesn't stop the cycles in my mind. Anyway, I appreciate the talk, Envoy. I clearly have some things to figure out. Anyway. Thanks for talking.
Call this
Nice to get real food for once.
an outlet.
Vegetables, real fruit.
One moment.
You're back! What did you miss most? The loud. What can I do for you? I know. A shrine to Abidan in a forge. How unique. We have mines throughout the tasks, though most of them were abandoned, and most of our material comes from reforging old equipment. Someone dies or retires, and we make something new from their stuff.
It's a fine tradition, if you don't mind going on patrol in your dead uncle's old pants.
Mock all you like, outcast.
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
You do the talking. I'm out of my element. People say Wodaka is the goddess of law. But all I've seen is intolerance.
Nandru looked to Wodaka for inspiration when he created the traditions and laws of Solace.
You must be the outsider I've heard so much about, yes? I am pleased to meet you.
Bolty? Is that you?
Marius? Won't the Commandant be surprised? What can I do for Solace's most fascinating guests? I am an attendant of the Council of Solace. I do whatever they ask of me, frankly. Currently, it is my honor to watch over the Shrine of Wodaka and keep it as pristine as the goddess herself.
You mean it's your honor to stay where the Council can keep an eye on you? The way I heard it, Bolty had a reputation for taking things from the armory and selling them to traders for a profit.
I paid my debt to Solace. I have changed.
Yeah, well, the Council is keeping you close by, just in case you haven't.
Since the days of Nandru himself, have we stood watch over the garden. Move along, outsider. Consultation hours are... Oh my. Well, you must admit, it is striking. All philosophy is controversial here. Thoughts that do not challenge tradition might as well be tradition themselves.
An outsider! I've never seen someone so dull. I do hope no one sees me like this. Who let you in here? What do you want? No, of course not. Who am I kidding? I must live, no, suffer in squalor now. Unfortunately, none of the merchants in the keep have things that live up to my tastes. But as long as Mihala continues to shun the rest of the lands, we must make do with an ever-shrinking supply of true goods. All the shops only have cheap goods. I deserve better than that. Just leave me. Oh, and don't get anything dirty on your way out.
Found a
spider the size of my
What
face
am I going
in
to
my
do?
quarters last night.
Oh, good. Someone's come along. Can't believe the only person that stopped is an outsider. Will you help me, please? No, wait. Please? Ugh, my hammer. One of the smiths down below sold it to me, and I'm not likely to get such a fine one again. But with all the construction going on here, still, I slipped and dropped it. I think it's somewhere down there. Jitule. Fine. Here. Take this. And believe I had to pay for this hammer twice. Well, now that you've sufficiently fleeced me, I'm going. I've got a hammer to use. Is it me? Or does everything look suspiciously like a nail?
You're telling me they made...
The very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time. A word, please. Ah, the infamous Ediran envoy. I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious founder, but I'd hardly believe it if I weren't seeing it for myself. The monks tell us that Nandru had a special connection to the land, a sense for where to find things. I wonder if you share it. No, but you surely share a connection. One that has brought you here at this exact moment for a reason. Our hunters can track beetles, birds, and boars, but do you know what the most elusive quarry in the tusks is? Exactly. And yet you'd never know it from the way the councillors fuss. It's all traditionalist, traditionnet. You should have seen the row the council had over Nandru's statue. Is it central enough? Does the light flatter his facial fronds? Never have I seen a group of people with so much time to argue over ideas. Or water in our reservoirs, as it happens. We need more reliable sources of water. Preferably some that don't taste like rotten Zarep eggs. Ah, yes. We are all obsessed with carving out a hardscrabble existence through tradition and determination. It's all very romantic until you get to the parts that taste like an ogre's backside.
Why do you think I spend so much time on patrol? The water in the tusks is cleaner than whatever's coming through those pipes.
Let's just say I could hardly blame you for leaving when I heard. Now you sound like Kostya. But don't tell him I said that. As long as Mihala's on the council, we're here to stay. Fortunately, we aren't without resources. There's an old godless aqueduct system in slumbering fields far to the southwest. I sent a team to start repairs, but I haven't heard from them. Thank you. They were supposed to work on the section just north of the southern guard tower. You probably passed it when you entered the tusks.
Outsiders? In the halls Nandru built himself? Madness.
gate. We will talk about this later. I have a guest.
What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason.
We do. That's why he isn't in shackles and being brought to trial right now.
We can discuss shackles after we've talked about the Steel Groat. They're coming for Solace Keep.
Nonetheless, returning with an Adiran in tow was foolish, Marius.
Foolish? I'd call it treacherous.
Right, well how about we all pile on Marius after we're sure Solace is safe?
Indeed you do.
And we'll gladly help you. Right across our borders.
Believe me, I don't intend to stick around. Tell us what we need to know and we'll be gone before you remember to miss me.
Very well. We'll deal with you later.
So, you need our help. What do you expect us to do for you, precisely?
There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, Envoy? Mind how you speak of the garden in these halls, Envoy.
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The Envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. But I fear you will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way. Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius, don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
Poor Marius. At least I only had to deal with one politician. He's up against two.
Still lingering, Adiren? Thank you, Envoy. Let's see. I suspect it's another one of Kostya's attempts at courting Adir. No matter. I've dealt with this before, and she'll deal with it again. But I appreciate your assistance in maintaining the peace in Solace Keep. Take this key. There's a chest in my office whose contents you might find interesting.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. An explanation, then, for my behavior. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Yes. She's more concerned about her pride than the fact our people are weakening from deprivation. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. It is. I understand, Mihala, but principles won't keep your people fed and safe. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarroth are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Mihala would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths fighting the Stilgarroth. She does not care about how this situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarroth who find it, I don't care. My people. Every person who is alive now, and every generation to come. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. I understand it may appear that way. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Usundan mind?
You'd be giving up everything your people built here. Generations of history.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarroth in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. Kind words I did not think I would hear. I doubt she will, though. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. After Fior, I suspect you Adirans think of the people of the Living Lands as little more than bugs to be crushed. If you think of us at all. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. Yes. And that change would be an excellent one. We would be free of this keep, and able to explore, to breathe again. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. And you've shared them all with me. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. I would never ask you not to defend yourself, Envoy. In any case, the Stilgarroth are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can.
Right, I get it. He wants us to run his errands.
I do, Marius, because I trust you. And by extension, I trust the envoy. Is that so outrageous? You were missed here. Whatever the front I put forward may have led you to believe.
You have a funny way of showing it.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, envoy. I understand. Good luck on your search for the garden, envoy. I suspect you will need every ounce of it.
Any news on brother?
Sorry, Joe. Captain.
An outlander.
Be nice if we could get the real food.
Suppose that's edible.
Real fruit.
Looking forward to it, though.
Quiet, Nimdu.
Watch yourself, John.
Can't see it.
That it?
You dealt with these Arabs. I didn't have any doubts about whether you could, but still, your actions will save some lives. And the buildings will at least provide some shelter. Here, take this.
Not saying a word.
Take him down.
Mario, look alive!
We're still alive. That's what matters.
Who goes there? Wait. Marius. If the dead don't walk. I lost that bet then. So you did find a way out.
Amalia, always a pleasure. Yeah, I found a way out, but here I am, right back here again.
You don't know how much that twists the knife. Here you are, back after your escape, while we're literally dying to get out. And you've brought an Adiran friend. Who are you? Not going to happen. Now, are you going to tell me what you want? Parley. Radut. First he refuses to let us leave the tusks, and now he sends you. I won't talk. Not with you. I don't trust your lot, Adiran. Don't think I'm not wise to you and yours. Go fuck yourself, that's what I'm talking about. I'll tell you the same thing I told Radut. These banners mark the dead dirt we claim as our own. And as long as these banners fly, as long as we hold our own, I have nothing to say to you. You'll learn what it is to suffer. Now get out of here before it gets ugly.
lead the way. It won't see us coming.
Left!
Give me a
Eckworth and Rock! Eckworth and Rock!
patience.
Look left!
Behind it!
Watch the left.
See! Eckworth and Rock! Behind it!
I need a move.
Nothing there. Nice job, everyone.
One moment. This looks like a good way to get ourselves killed. Any chance we can sneak in through the back?
Of all the stupid things our people ever did, for jamais strike. Gods, look at that hideous thing. And I was already having a bad hunt today. That just makes it worse.
Another monument to Nandru. Just more proof Solis Keep doesn't know its own priorities.
Maybe they'll learn once the sculptors die of hunger trying to finish it. Complaining? It's a waste of time and labor. Councilman Kostya is right. What's the point of honoring Nandru when our people are dying? We should be feeding our people and gathering medicine for our sick.
There's a time and place for creating frivolous monuments. This isn't one of them.
No, it isn't. But Solace Keep makes a holy duty out of these old traditions. And so we keep on ignoring what we...
What's up?
Protect the envoy.
Patience, I'm almost ready. So it goes. Seems like the hunt never ends.
Who's there? Someone there? Aha! You're gonna
Envoy,
regret.
look left.
To the left.
Quiet, Nimdut.
What was that? Aha! Here they come.
Them!
light as a soul.
Is someone there? Aha!
Let's get them!
Right behind you.
What was that?
Try not to make a sound.
I'm not good at that scaffolding. Looks like there's an easier way to get up there.
What do you want? So much for thinking we can protect ourselves out here in the wastes. Still, if you've got that, and our kid have lived to tell the tale, maybe you're a friend after all. Let's talk inside. All right, I'll begin by thanking you. My wardens still live and breathe. I don't take that for granted. Credit's all yours. Now, let's get to business. I'll be blunt. I don't know how my wardens and I can reconcile with Redout or with the Keep. We spilled blood when we tried to leave Envoy, and we've spilled more hoping to hurt them enough to change their minds. Never mind our reasons for marching on the gate. That's not something that's forgiven. No. No, I suppose he wouldn't. Just... I don't see how this resolves well. They'll never let us leave. Even if they forgive us, the evils that drove my wardens to the gates won't go away. I don't see how we're not fucked. There's no food. The land itself is hostile, making life in the tower unbearable. Maybe it'd be easier if we had trade, but the Council refuses that. And even if they allowed it, our existence in the Keep is against our nature as Pargrunen. We're meant to roam. Nandru's oath forbids that, though. We're only born to die here as we watch over the garden. No one escapes. Not anymore, anyway. There were expeditions out, in the past. My father led one before I was born. Died on a hill I'll never see. What is there to discuss? Nandru set the course of our lives hundreds of years ago. To watch over the garden forever. Never mind that our nature screams for us to roam. We're supposed to stay put and waste away for the sake of a garden we'll never know. We do. The garden isn't outside the tasks, is it? Again, we're born to die here. He did. What are you driving at? You mean How did I not? All this time,
You're free to go now, Amalia. Enjoy it.
Yes. Yes, I'll talk to my wardens. We'll ready our departure. Our leave won't be granted immediately, but that is a winning argument.
Happy for you, Amalia. Enjoy the freedom.
Take this. It'll open up the chest just to your right. I want you to have what's in there. Thank you, Envoy. I'll take it from here.
A sprout. The hare leaves the burrow. A shift in the earthen plate. Free to wander.
Hey, I might...
However long you need.
Welcome back to the tower, envoy. I'm all ears, envoy. Her father... That would get her out. Forgive me, envoy. No one's left the keep in... I don't know how long, and... I never thought of this. No one's left in centuries. How many have wanted to? How many have died wanting to? Please, I'd like a moment alone now, if that's all right. We'll let them out when they're ready. It's just... a lot to reckon with. It's so strange to even think about this as a possible option. Welcome back.
Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
Let's finish this.
Did you see me, Marius?
Roll 10!
Just wait. Give me a moment.
Heise!
Nicely done.
heading toward the slumbering fields. Looks like they went this way. No way across from here.
See anything? Need more time.
Eckworth and Rock!
Well done.
Eckworth and Rock!
Patience. I'm almost ready.
Hasty!
Give me a second.
We got them all.
And Rock! Be on seat!
Patience.
Hasty!
Got it shot.
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see adherence for a change. I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it. True, but I don't think it's a bad one for the Pargrunen. Rauatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land. Don't get me wrong, I saw the messy part of that boldness in Deadfire. But I don't think isolationism is the answer either. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the Living Lands? I only hope they get that chance. Good thing you're asking the expert. Yeah, it happens. Sharing the road and sharing each other's battles. But out of all the people I've fought alongside, I haven't gotten to know many of them as well as you. You challenge me, and I mean that in a good way. Even when we disagree, I learn something from you. I never thought I'd feel this at ease again with anyone else, much less myself. But you helped me face loss, regret. After drifting for a long time, I finally feel like I belong again. Thanks. It's a new feeling, but I'm getting used to it. So whatever you need, whatever it takes to finish this journey, I'm with you. To the end. You know where to find me.
Envoy, coming back to Solace is not easy for me. A lot of memories. Not all happy ones. She took an interest in me when I first came to Solace. No idea why. I was an outsider and a child. She had every right to make me someone else's problem, but she didn't. I struggle to see it myself. Maybe my mirror's dirty. Just makes it harder coming back, after the way I left things here. I grew up in Solace. They took me in when I was a child, and they treated me like one of their own. Until I left. No, it doesn't, hearing it spoken out loud. The problem is, I started to get the feeling I was being lied to. Like everyone knew something I didn't. Whenever asked about where I came from, I never got a straight answer. You're here now, they'd say. That's what matters. Oh, they definitely were. I swear on Magrin's breath. What could have been so bad that they wouldn't even tell me about it? Was it something I did? Something I didn't do? I left because I felt like everyone there was keeping something from me. Like I didn't belong there. And they all knew it. Right. Okay. Thanks. I had to get out of there. I slipped out in the night, never said a word to anyone. Didn't look up till I got to Paradise. And here I am, back again. Funny how things work out. Anyway. You too.
We really must stop meeting like this. People will talk. Sweet dreams, Envoy.
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack. If the steel garrote is what passes for innovative, then Solace is in deep trouble. It's remarkable, really, what people do for traditions that have lost all meaning. The garden is your birthright, and the Wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you. That's all right. I prefer the company of misfits and rejects. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, we just have to find another way. For you, anything. Oh, yes. The little butterflies in my stomach are more restless than ever. When I joined you, I needed to put a stop to the dream scourge. So much has changed since then. There may be nothing for me in the garden. Nothing I haven't learned outside of it. But I still want to see it for myself. Something tells me the garden would defy any attempt to measure it. One cannot catalog the impossible. On a journey such as this, it's better to cast aside your expectations. They can only weigh you down. If I must. That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
It was a whole lot of exactly what I expected, honestly. It's all processes and traditions and arguments over texts written by Nandru centuries ago.
Same story everywhere. Though, much of Rauatai's history is recorded in chants, so half our debates are sung. It doesn't resolve our feuds, but it does make them more entertaining.
Do you think there's hope for the Council? Or are they too stuck in their ways?
Do I look like an Usundid politician? There's a reason I spend most of my time as far from civilization as possible.
Well, I'd vote for you, dearie. If only to see you squirm.
Another glorious battle.
Gods. Just the smell in here makes me wish I hadn't eaten today.
I will never complain about Maurice's laundry habits again.
Is that all you got? Hold on.
Hey, stay!
Hey! Over here!
And roll!
That armor's too big here.
You! And roll! See!
Still recovering.
And roll!
There.
Okay! Behind it! EOC! And roll!
Give me a target. Not now.
Behind it!
Try. Give me a moment. Let's see what you got. To your left.
Behind it! Eckworth and Rock!
We're coming! Get it! Quick move! And the shot. Didn't stand a chance.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
Coming in hot.
One moment.
Hey.
Never noticed this sulfur smell before.
Half of Shatter's car died just like that, huh? I may as well dig my own grave. Save some poor bastard envoys this, envoys that. Don't see why that matters when we're so near to starving.
I say!
This way.
Eckworth and Roth!
Another win, but who's counting?
Eon seat! Heißen! And Roth! Eckworth and Roth! Eckworth and Roth!
Need a minute.
Up 10!
This is good. What's the target?
Take a moment, people. If the ground shakes, look for a hill to climb.
Watch your back. Show me what you got. Face it!
What now?
And roll!
Come on, boy.
push until the land pushes back.
How is this our fault? We've lived here for centuries.
The mountain screams. The distant island wails, and you know nothing. Stay back, creatures of flesh and fur and bone. You follow one another into the snare.
Abidan's hammer. Did Gabral send you? You've got to get us out of here.
And let them extend their fetid reach? Allow their corruption to spread? Never.
Why would we poison the very water we need? That makes no sense. Marius, is that you? Can you talk some sense into anyone here?
Sorry, Raluca. You knew the answer to that before you asked.
Do you understand so little? You awoke an ancient presence with your digging and delving. It waits in the ruins, among the bones of the dead. The land fights back against it, curdling the water. How short your memories are. This land did not roar and tremble before the abominations came. Ash and Scree was once soil, rich and fertile.
Terraced with greenery and life, we remember.
What are you talking about? That volcano has shadowed the tusks since the first Pagrun set foot here.
I say again, how short your memories are.
We feel a presence. It rises like bile in our throat. We fear it.
But burrowing worms clog the ears of these fools. I warn them, and they hear nothing. What is this madness? You bear the mark of this land in the ridges of your flesh and the rings of your soul. Surely you must know better. Very well. Your insight would be helpful. Still that foul presence and let the waters flow sweet and clear once more. Clear the old one's water roads to slake this parched land. Do this, and I shall release these vermin to scurry back to their nest.
Might want to give that one. Stay away from the water, Envoy. Unless you want to die in it.
Arms up. Take your best shot. Left leg. Look to your left. Let's see what you got. And Ross. I was just getting warmed up.
Here it comes. One moment.
Eon Seek!
Got a shot.
Egworth and Roth! I say!
Need a minute.
Egworth and Roth! And Roth!
Not looking so good.
Kema, yes!
Give me a moment.
Egworth and Roth!
One for you!
Well, that was fun.
Egworth and Roth!
Hey! Over here!
Go up 10!
Done now.
Behind it! Egworth and Roth! Egworth and Roth! Go up 10!
Nothing's stopping me.
Seek!
Come and get me!
Behind it!
Next one's mine.
Egworth and Roth! Egworth and Roth!
time.
Something lurks here.
What am I hitting? Aye, aye.
A ruined workshop.
The pressure. Heavy. Dark. Like the bottom of the sea.
A rat scrabbling in the dust, crawling back to the same ruined trash heap.
No. We know this voice. This presence. Sneering at us through our prison bars.
I culled your rot from this land before. I will do it again. This is a tool that has outlived its use, and I have suffered worse. I am Wodika, the Oathbinder, goddess of order, vengeance, and law. It springs from the land itself, from the jealous usurper latched to your soul.
No. No. Make her go. Send her away.
How the fruits of its destruction make it squirm and writhe. It knows nothing but chaos. This land needs order, purpose. I do not have to. Not when some remain faithful yet. You are an Ediran, a nation where law and authority brought peace between the warring folk and elves. It is steadfast. Your people understand how to tame what is wild. How to build empire from rubble. Adir is not the living land's enemy. It is the fraud whose madness would lay waste to paradise.
Stop it! Stop her! Silence her! She feeds you poisoned fruit!
Do you think this place was always so gray? With its barren slopes and acid sea? Your parasite is to blame. It has destroyed this place before. These hills were once lush, and the people.
She lies. Falsehoods like fangs. She was not there. She did not see.
Why else would the usurper so quickly deny its deeds? Is it a plea of innocence, or admission of its guilt? The question you should ask is what your parasite has to lose. Whose poison flows through this water? Who spoils its own lifeblood?
Creatures did this. They crawled through our bones. They picked at our flesh.
The Magfolk fulfilled a need. What is the purpose of this?
So small, so fragile. We did not mean to. We could not understand.
Envoy, snap out of it. Felt like we lost you there for a moment.
That wasn't Sapadal, was it?
You're talking to Wodaka now? When did that happen?
I take it this is news to you. Another mess to untangle, after we found the garden.
Well, did she speak of a way to stop it by any chance? That would be unusually helpful. Maybe you'll find your answers in the garden. Stranger things have happened. Water this clear in ages. If we clear the blockage in the aqueducts, we'll be done here.
You have restored the waters. I was right to trust you. Truly, the spirit of the land lives in you. A seed carried in the wind.
Carried where? We feel the tranquility of this place, but whose roots drink its waters?
I release these kith to return to their burrows. May they leave this enclave in peace. I ask only that they leave this sanctuary free of their influence, that new life may take root.
You can't be serious. You expect us to walk away from the best source of fresh water in the Tusks?
If the godlike clears the old growth from the waterways, then a portion will flow out. You may gather it where the waterway ends, away from here.
Reasonable. You can't be serious.
I have spoken, and so has this strange child of the land.
Avowed, godlike, in private?
Stand back.
That talking tree expects us to just walk away from the best source of clean water in the Tusks. So that what? A few more moss patches can grow? An outpost, so we can make sure we never get cut off like this again. We can't risk losing access to fresh water again. I know you've done a lot for us already, but I'd like to ask one more thing. Don't make me feel any worse about this. I'm just trying to look out for my people. I need you to kill the tree lady. Look, we need to set up a guard post here. Eventually we want to build out the aqueduct system. There's no way she'll let us do that. Yes, she's made that abundantly clear. And I don't know how to convince her that we're not a threat. I don't like this, but it's our best chance for survival. We're not getting anything until that blockage is cleared out of the aqueduct. If you can at least do that much, we'll make do. We'll have to.
This one's mine.
Seek!
Not yet. Let's see what you got. Let me catch my breath.
Behind it! And roll! Worth and roll!
You sure?
Basic! Worth and roll! Beyond seek!
Good fighting.
Water's probably deep. Have to swim under the tower. Though if anyone asks, it wasn't my idea.
Let's go. Here we go.
Worth and rock! Eon Seek!
Hold on.
Worth and rock! And rock!
Hey, yeah, over here! One more time.
Easy! Take Worth and rock! Eon Seek!
We got them all. Let's go. That's way. Right.
Roll 10!
Put it down!
Behind it!
I got it. Not now.
Eon Seek!
It burns! I'm fake.
Take Worth and rock! Kema Yesu! Isan-san!
Back in the fight. Look at your left. That's one for us.
There's roots blocking the water flow. The left cleared. That's fresh water right there, on its way to Solace.
We have been here before. Do you feel the old roots twisting in the loam? It lived once. The soil overflowed, heavy and full. But we took it all away. Now our memory is a wound reopened. You are Maru, a Jabaru Sinakis. You stand on the shoulders of all who spoke for us before. You are young in your role, newly minted from your trials in Birdborn. You tempered your body and spirit in our image. Tell us, Maru, how did you perform? Your efforts disappointed us. We chose you for your promise, but we had misjudged your worth. We regretted our choice. Your struggle became a cautionary tale. Yet you stood for the garden, and your destiny remained. The leader sent you to the temple of Galawain's tusks. An oasis bloomed from the Adra, and our children built a city there. Tell us, Maru, how did you find life in your new home? Contemplation, peace, a canopy of silence. Why? And in the third. We hear their lamentations still. Prune the dead growth. Years passed. The Aikido returned. As they rebuilt their walls, we welcomed their bounty. But the scars never healed. We twine together. We reach.
Thank you again for restoring this land.
We'll wait here until you've taken care of everything. Gabral would be downright insufferable if I went back to them empty-handed. Thank you. If there's one thing we need to survive out here, it's fresh water. You've given us a fighting chance.
Hot, hot, hot! Hey. Huh.
Welcome.
Are you sure I can't do anything else for you?
No, you're so sweet. I'm all right for now, thank you.
Good. If you need anything, just let me know. Even if it's just a hot drink. I'm happy to do anything I can.
That means so much to me, Lorraine. I'll take you up on that later.
I can't wait. Oh! Envoy, it's so good to see you again. Welcome back from the wilderness. Gillian told me everything. The caravan, the ogre. I'm so glad she's safe. Thank you, Envoy. I don't know what to say, but thank you. I mean it, Envoy. Thank you.
A parting cloud. A solitary sprout in a dead land. It grows here still. We twine.
I heard there's been more bandits seen in the twined wood.
I heard that too. Captain Radut says he has it under...
Try to breathe. Please, just try to breathe.
Lorraine's always been a daydreamer. She's never been this distracted. I want to meet this Colleen.
We lost our sister tower in the primordial depths past Solus.
It's so nice to have Gillian here.
Oh, hello.
Good. I'm good. I'm just glad. And Lorraine over there has really made me feel welcome. She really helps me feel at ease. Oh, I understand. Anyway, I should let you get back to... Oh, and one thing before I forget. The wardens let me open shop. I don't have as much for sale as I like, but if you want to...
I don't know what to tell you, except that it's best to keep to the road.
Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
Envoy? Been thinking about Amalia a bit. You got yourself involved and found a way for her to leave the Tusks. I'm not sure you know what a huge favor that was. Solace's traditions exist for a reason. It's just not always a good reason. Right. I just wanted to make sure you knew how big that was, in case she didn't thank you enough. Envoy, what do you need? If I must. Envoy, what do you need? Ask away. Well, I'm one of the very few people who spends most of their time out in the wilds and having... I know the difference between hay-bleed toxin and high-tox bloom, and you know the Balrog and the... No, but I am one of the few who have seen a Balrog and lived. Mostly because I had the brains to run the Dragu. The key is survival. I understand that. And we're gonna get you where you're going, Envoy. Alive and with as few blood... That, more or less. Right. You too.
They really were...
rude to you at the keep, weren't they?
I left Solace.
Many animancers believe that nature is there to be measured, controlled, subverted. Well, I've been contemplating that assumption. Quite a bit, in fact. You made peace with the Delimgan in Galawain's tusks. Could that be a sign of things to come? Indeed, a prototype of better times ahead. I've spent my life trying to dominate nature, to overcome the limitations of our existence for the good of everyone, just like my mother. But what if animancers coexisted with the natural world, supporting instead of exploiting? I believe the possibilities are endless, but I want more than possibilities. I want something real. There's plenty of work ahead of us, but I'd say we're off to a good start. Now, let's try and stay on nature's good side. We have a reputation to uphold. What are you so curious about? Well, my future is in shambles, and I have no idea what to do next. Oh, and my home burned down. Apart from that, fine. Truthfully, I'm a bit lost. Leaving Fiormesiverno was supposed to be liberating. We've seen and done incredible things, but I'm no closer to finishing my family's work. The Dream Scourge? Through animancy, I can harness the wild essence of the living lands and put it to good use. But what if I tried, only to have it lash out and destroy me? I'd be no better off than my parents. The Dream Scourge is infecting our Adra, holding back my work. Until I understand it, until I can control it, I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm nothing. Let's hope we live long enough to see this garden of yours. Quilici always told me to slow down, to stop and appreciate the land I'm trying so hard to fix. But how can I slow down when I only have one lifetime to get this right? I'll find answers in the garden, for better or worse. Until next time.
Okay, best food you've eaten. Go.